Neuer Tag, neue Quests. Meine Stimme will schon zu Beginn nicht mehr. Oh, ich hasse es, wenn es Winter wird, man. Bin super anfällig für die Kälte. Und mein Hals merkt das immer als erstes. Davon lassen wir uns jetzt nicht aufhalten. Wo waren wir denn letztes Mal stehen geblieben? Ich glaube, ich wollte eigentlich den Streik da beenden, weil wir die Quest dafür bekommen haben, aber dann haben wir noch ganz zum Ende Nebenquests bekommen, ne? Genau, irgendwas mit einem Hausmeister und mit dem Drink.
Team, the anti-Cleo's darlings refused to do when things were down at the end of the sponsorship series against the Spacers chosen.
I'm Jean Turfer-Tyler, sixth base person for the anti-Cleo's darlings. I cleaved Spacers chosen's goalie at the end of the 56th inning, then made a Sunday goal to win the game. Whenever I see that Moon Man's grinning
Das
face,
mit dem Drink war, glaube ich, oben.
Anti's choice! Darlings! 3-1! Hostile takeover left!
Ne, oben war der Arzt.
I'm anti-Cleo.
Get you something?
And I endorse this message.
Yeah, all the yelling. Could listen to that all day, every day. Actually, I have. That'd be Melquiades. Afraid he stepped away to his office.
Und wo ist das?
He's around the corner to the right, just past the stairs. Likely find him whipping up a fresh batch of Raptidon Bite cocktails. Won't do it in front of me. The drink's quite a hit around here, and it's Melquiades' own proprietary recipe. People would literally kill to find it out. If I did, I certainly wouldn't share it with the likes of you. Stuff sells hand over fist. Think the boss would share that with me? I'm just a lowly factotum around here. I mean, I actually been concocting my own cocktail creations in my odd-off hour. I'm very creative, but, you know, he don't care. In fact, I have. I once made a drink called Death by Purpleberry and also Uranium Poisoning. Very high concept.
Oh, das
Only
klingt ja sehr gesund.
clientele would appreciate it. Fleetingly. More's the pity.
Jealousy, hard feelings, really stirring the pot. Unorthodox? Well, no, not really. But I get
Hier waren wir schon drin und sein Ding müsste...
on our balance sheet. You're welcome, employees. Have a profitable
das dann hier
day.
sein? Oh,
Overbearing tyrannical regimes.
If you're here for Melquiades Alcantara, afraid you're a mite bit late. Investigator Yoshida, Department of Excessive Corporate Malfeasance. Did you know the deceased?
The universe is filled with things that want to kill you. Luckily, our products, and only our products, can reliably prevent that. So I say
Keep on like that, I might just assume you have a guilty conscience. Were you aware if you had any business rivals, any disgruntled employees? Deals gone sour?
ja, Barkeeper hat ja gerade gesagt, manche würden für das Rezept töten.
peril-filled universe with Auntie's choice. Daredevils rejoice with Auntie's choice. Our product line is stronger than nature.
Are you asking the questions now? Thought this worked the other way.
Nature heedlessly assembled and vastly rebettered it through artificial means.
Just like on that show, Corporate Fixers for Hire. You're just like Rico Sockdolager in real life. Who does that make me? If you're after the recipe, you probably want to ask around at the bottom runner. Someone there might know who'd kill Melquiades for it.
Ja, wahrscheinlich der Barkeeper.
Go on. You're clear to saunter. But remember, taste more and feel less. With Anti-Fizzo's numb rum.
Artificial life is a life that's sweeter. Live a life that's sweeter with Auntie's choice.
Look who's back. You. I know one. Valo Andrews, owner of the Best Choice. Wasn't too keen on our success. Melquiades said she's meaner than a bag of raptidons. I'll miss his wit. The only way I'd ever make it in that place is crawling through a vent. Some of us
Ah, hier
have
hätten wir den
pride.
Hinweis bekommen mit dem Luftschacht.
Till next we meet.
Denn das müsste oben dieses exklusive Ding gewesen sein.
Arbitration. Quite the bit pit. Down 14% in net gross. You're supposed to squeeze rocket.
Horse comestibles! Horse comestibles! We're literally giving them away!
Xenobiological exploitation's output is down 18%.
Sollte hier nicht irgendwo dieser
Paying professional hunters to run
Hausmeister sein? Egal, wir gehen erstmal oben hin. Eins nochmal rein.
aggressive rivals, and the actions of maverick freaks.
What now? Have an issue with the service? She's in her office. Door to your right. Oh.
What are you doing back here? No one's allowed. Who left that door unlocked? What are you even doing in my bar?
Ah, die sieht und klingt wie
Someone
eine
will
Karen,
be
Alter.
fired over this. Then, once they reach the nadir of their sorrows, rehired, only that I may fire them again. And I don't know what you think you're seeing here, but ignore all this. Why, yes. Yes, I am. Not sure I appreciate your insinuating tone there. It's a Raptidon bite, a unique concoction devised by Melquiades Alcantara, who was simply my dearest friend. Or was. I procured its recipe from him before his unfortunate passing, and before you ask, yes, I have receipts for everything.
Das Lügen wird wahrscheinlich nicht funktionieren. Wir probieren es trotzdem mal. Ich glaube, wir haben noch nicht einmal die Lügenoption gepickt.
As if I don't know how to scour a crime scene. Please. This isn't some run-of-the-mill one-bit operation. The best choice is the Spectrum Violet of the Esplanade. Our patrons pay well to stake their claim as the most VIP of the VIP. Now that we have the recipe for this dreadful elixir, our clientele no longer have reason to stray. Think you're wearing down my resolve, don't you? Ugh. Yeah, maybe just a little. Look, I see you're going to be a problem. Just cover my efforts and expenses and the recipe's yours. Our patrons are returning already anyhow.
Warte mal, wir müssen jetzt echt 5K zahlen?
Come back when you do, I suppose.
Also ich meine, wir haben was an Moneten, aber 5K?
Hey, we gotta talk about all the killing you've done.
Ah, natürlich gefällt
Specifically
ihr das
of my
nicht.
old co-workers. I understand that things might come up, give you no choice. But for all they've done, these folk are still mine. For now it is, but just don't...
Ich meine, ist jetzt kein Weltuntergang, dass ihr das nicht gefällt, aber dann zahlen wir halt das Die Bits, ah. Ah, 5K ist schon ein bisschen heftig. Würde ich einen Fick auf die Begleiter geben, hätte ich sie jetzt einfach umgenutzt und mir so das Rezept geholt. Aber wir legen die ganze Zeit schon Wert auf die Begleitermeinung, also bleiben
Here
wir
you
dabei.
are. All in all, time for you.
So, er ist hier der Hausmeister, ne?
Hey, didn't you hear me growl in a discouraging manner? The first testee ain't to be disturbed.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm gonna, converserate a little. Just wait
Ah, er ist
over
halber
there
Cyborg.
for me or something.
As you wish. Retreating to hover at a respectful distance.
Sorry, they get a mite carried away most times. Oh, that. Yeah. Wish they wouldn't say that. Ain't accustomed to fancy titles. Don't mind them. They're here to make sure nothing happens. To me, that is. On account of being a close personal friend of Auntie Cleo. It's all a bit much, to be honest. But I guess it's like Auntie always says, anything worth doing is worth overdoing completely. Me? Rich? Never thought about it like that, but guess I do have all my vital needs sort of cared for. Save for anyone who cared to listen to me. Oh, until you, I mean. Been some time. Anyhow, probably shouldn't just mull about here engaging in idle talk. If she saw me, she'd probably chide me for being overly friendly with everyone, like she used to.
Enough of that. You ain't idling. You're networking. Expanding business opportunities.
Genau,
That's my
Inez.
go-to line anyway.
Oh, guess I was at that, huh? Thanks. Like your arm, by the way. Mine are just boring metal.
Oh, it saves me from small talk, mostly. Ain't many folk who aren't put off by the limb and avoid me entirely, if I'm honest.
Wie wär's mit einem Brew?
Wait, really? Why, sure. I mean, guess I
Scheint
can't
ja
see
ein
the
cooler
harm.
Dude zu sein.
Stay here, will you? Me and my new friend here, we're just going over there to the bottom runger to talk.
Staying put, but keeping alert as if our jobs and our lives depended on it.
Auntie's Choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away.
Also er ist mit dem Tantchen befreundet. Und die behalten alle ein Auge auf ihm und er ist wirklich ein halber Cyborg. 2 Arme, 2 Beine. Und die haben ihn irgendwie Testobjekt oder so genannt. Und so sieht das für mich auch irgendwie aus auf den ersten Blick, dass sie irgendwie ihn als Experiment benutzen und ihn irgendwie künstlich am Leben gehalten haben, denn ich meine... Keine Ahnung. 4 Robogliedmaßen.
Right, so how does this all work exactly?
Mal gucken.
They bring you a drink, and then people just converserate? Well, wow. Well, is that right? I'm pretty good at that, I guess. Not sure I ever talked about anything important my whole life, though. Ah, this seat looks really comfortable. Oh, I'll stand. Honestly, it's a real pleasure to be here. Me, in an actual saloon, with someone to talk to, I mean. So, you want to start? Few years, maybe. Hail from Argos originally. Auntie and I both do. Kind of far from here, I think. Had everything. Mining, a garbage pile, sprats, slums, more mining. The
Da
works.
gibt's alles. Bergbau, Müllhaufen, Herbergbau. Mhm.
You want freedom of choice. You want
I always think that, but just not out loud like that. Like sometimes when I'm cleaning this place, I find a bit or a timepiece or a half-eaten Sprat crisp bag. I turn them in just in case someone's looking for them, which earns me some weird looks. But I figure that's not trash to somebody who needs it. Way I came up, those are treasures.
choice when you could choose Auntie's choice.
Well, I wander into the maintenance deck. Everybody gets out of my way. I pick a random cleaning implement out of storage. Sometimes I ask where I'm most needed. Otherwise, I just pick a deck I haven't been in a while. Mostly, I come here to the Esplanade. I like that word. Esplanade. Also, there are more people around here. I like being around people, even if they don't talk to me much. Or, you know, ever. Oh, I mean, until now, of course.
Auntie's choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away.
Oh, raise the glass to our lips. Well, I got it, sure. Oh, and we drink too? Oh, okay.
Müssen wir ihn besoffen machen, wa?
Auntie's choice pep pills. Good for what ails you.
Reckon that's an ample amount of small talk, huh? What other sort of stuff you want to talk about? The weather, maybe?
Choice. You want Auntie's choice.
We were, what do you call them? Bedraggled orphans, together. Both worked at the garbage pile in Argos. She had to pull me out one time, else I'd be smushed right now. Oh, you bet. That musical they made about her? Well, them songs were catchy as hell, but it sure left a lot out. Sure was determined. I'll tell you what. Made her own healing grease in a rusty old can of Spacer's Chaw. Got one of them entry science jobs at Auntie Cleo. You know, the corporation. Not the person. Was a whole different person back then, if you can believe it. Started scaling the corporate ladder right quick. Weren't too long before she left the colony completely.
Is just 3 pills and an ointment away. Why choose just any choice when you could choose
You
Auntie's
think?
choice?
I'd, sure like to think so. Not that I'd want her to feel bad or sad or nothing. Aw, you got me reminiscing something fierce. Did I mention she and I shared an expired chum bar once? Good times.
Wait, you mean to say Auntie's eaten expired rations and shared them? Whoa, she's just like us.
She came to be lead scientist of research and development at Numa Experimental Station. I knew her when she was just Felicity. I was her best test subject. You know, this is nice. Talking like this is much better than when the other person just ambles off like they never heard you.
Just any choice when you could choose Auntie's choice.
Well, you know, I haven't talked to her for, going on 40 years
Seit
or
40
thereabouts.
Jahren nicht mit
I
ihr
think.
gesprochen.
But, you know, we were real tight when we were nubbins. When she
Dann
approved my
benutzt sie ihn
request for
wirklich
this
als
role, I
Versuchsobjekt,
got a
wa?
letter from her that said, dictated but not read at the end. Like she was talking right to me.
Ah, jetzt will
Or
ich
at
wissen,
me,
warum
maybe.
sie ihn da irgendwie so überwachen lässt. Da muss ja noch irgendwie mehr hinterstecken.
Auntie's choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away. Why choose just any choice when
Oh,
you
but this had her name on it and everything. Like that squiggly line, that means she wrote it.
Spacer's Ale, try Auntie's choice pep pills.
All I know is one day, Felicity said she was up for a promotion to be Auntie. Said it was an idea that went through every generation or some such. Auntie, she told me once she needed to climb to the top no matter what. But that she was real sorry about the people she had to step on to get there, though.
Pills and an ointment away. Why choose just any choice when you could choose
Sure. Is that a further reason people do it? Because I don't think it's for the taste.
too much Spacer's Ale? Try
That might be all I want to talk about. The rest makes me, you ever have this empty falling feel? You know, in your chest? Like that, I guess.
Ja, Kollege, ich glaube, das hat jeder von uns hin und wieder.
I should sit down. Wait, am I sitting down? I'm standing. Somehow I still feel like wording more. Oh, okay. Sure, we can keep on, you know, converserating. Just a bit, right? Well, what about?
Beobachtung 14.
I don't like to say much about that. I had to. For her. I only did it one time ever. I swear. I've never been good at lying. Just did it that once. The last day I saw Felicity. Auntie.
Zeit für ein Geständnis, du Schurke.
I was going to turn her in, but she was there. Felicity. She was all crying. Told me all the bad stuff she did. Needed somebody to say she weren't a bad person. So I said it. And now I wonder a lot if I am the bad person on account of that lie. So, maybe I'm not good, but I'm less bad? Less bad is pretty good, I reckon. A less bad person might not need to feel bad a lot. Thanks. Well, guess I should get back to work. Important job and all. You know what? I haven't felt this springy inside since Fel and I worked the garbage pile in Argos. Like, less bad. Maybe good even.
Too much Spacers Ale. Try Auntie's Choice Pet Pills.
Okay, dann hätten wir noch das jetzt. Dann können wir zu dem Dude zurück. Und dann haben wir einen Streit dazu strichen. Ein Streik, nicht Streit.
I done falled off the corporate ladder. Hey everybody, look who it is. Our duly all finished?
Didn't make the drink or didn't make... Oh, I see.
Less we know about all that, the better. But I knew you'd effectuate effectually. Right? Wasn't I just saying? Knew he was connected. What'd you find out? He tell you any secrets about Auntie?
Or inspiring stories about her career ascent. You know, that might act as encouragement to them like us, presently stagnating in our position of paid employee. Whoa! Just like normal people.
That's real relatable. I mean, we all done that, right? But I just never thought she would. 'Cause she's Auntie, you know?
Yeah, like she could eat a bar right out of the paste obtruder, the freshest and least natural it's ever gonna be.
That everything? Those details were highly motivating, both personally and professionally. Real roadmap to success kind of thing.
Diverges greatly from events depicted in Auntie the Musical, the all-singing adaptation of Auntie's life story, which we've all, of course, watched 9 times.
Here, for your trouble, from all of us. Now, about that last person of interest. There's a former Spacer's Choice VIP in the brig. We tried talking to him, you know, to see if he had any useful dirt, but he's kind of mean.
Full of scathing invective.
Belittling, one might say. But, you know, tough sort like you might have an easier go of it. Nah, they got him set up like in olden times. They let everybody walk up and holler at him, throw produce and such. Whatever that is. Oh, that sounded very take charge. Have to remember that. Okay, we'll make sure you've got authorization to the brig when you arrive. May you effectuate effectually toward the agreed upon...
Okay. Der Fahrstuhl zum Knast war, glaube ich, hier. Da hatten wir ja noch keinen Zugang zu. Können wir das auch gleich abhaken, wenn wir hier sind?
Live, love, laugh, purchase, and consume
With Auntie's choice.
Purple berry product samples! Purple berry product samples!
Close enough.
Horse comestibles! Horse comestibles! We're literally giving them away!
Wo war der Fahrstuhl?
Cut off tossball news from home. But our Arcadia Grove League is a worthy top guns to
Can't tell the difference between
I have whatever
Hier.
Ah, wonderful. More of you.
Welcome to The Brig by Corporate Compliance. Please do not taunt the prisoners. Thank you. I know what I said, and I meant what I said. Visitors to the brig are required to taunt the prisoners, at least to the best of their abilities. We hope you've deeply enjoyed your visit to The Brig by Corporate Compliance.
Oh, der sieht aus wie aus einem Horrorfilm, ey.
Come to jeer at a fallen old rival like all the rest.
Warum ist er so leise?
What I heard from everybody else in this rickety tub. So far, I am decidedly unimpressed. Been some sorely lackluster heckling from your colleagues. Clever as barbs weren't clever enough by half. Not expecting much, but go ahead. Try your worst. Let's hear it. That was almost all right. Better than most. Pretty so-so. Got anything else? Wait, you didn't come here for the express purpose of ridicule and castigation? Well, certainly embraced it, though. Respect the flexibility and commitment. So, all right, I give up. What do you want?
Das war ja einfach.
Frankly, that any of these rung leeches have a thought to spare for me over all the false hopes aunties hammered into them astounds me. Look, I appreciate the attention and all, but does any of this benefit me? Because otherwise, you might as well just jeer away. That may all be well and good, but I'm from a real corporation, Spacer's Choice, where we believe in the inequitable exchange of goods and services.
Den
Furthermore,
ungerechten Austausch,
consequently,
alles klar.
I don't do nothing without something in return. Anything else would be unseemly. Name's Himanshu Tegulapalli, Regional Brand Manager for Tau Ceti, Spacer's Choice. Auntie has it in for all of us former reps, but me in particular. Been humiliating Spacer's Choice every chance she gets. You seen those display images mocking the Moon Man? Dressed up like a baby? Petty stuff. Being completely one-sided. Till now. You bet. I want my turn. Figured I earned it. I mean, look at me. I taped a particularly scathing diatribe earlier. Patch it into the PA system. Let me have my say. The PA system controls are in the back room at client intake. Had it all worked out earlier, before I got caught. The audio cartridge is in an evidence locker in the room behind that desk. Bet if you just ask the guard over there nicely for access, she'd open it right up for you. Wonderful. That broadcast is gonna be the finest verbal rebuke of my career. I should mention, while you're on this ship, Auntie's Choice has a few products what might improve your odor, looks, and breath. Sorry, couldn't help myself.
Welcome to the bridge. What is it? Well, you'd probably pay me to remotely unlock it, and/or ask me in a remarkably debonair fashion. All right. See that door behind me? It's suddenly somehow been left mysteriously
Mensch, wir sind hier jetzt schon
unlocked.
insgesamt 8000
Pleasure
Bits
doing business at you.
losgeworden. Für nichts gefühlt. Okay, jetzt zu der Aufnahme.
Auntie's Choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away. Why choose any choice when you can choose attention all employees of this poor...
Und jetzt wieder zu dem Dude. Zum Glück gibt es hier überall Quick Travel Points.
Attention all employees of this poor excuse for corporate blundership. This ill-conceived, off-brand take on an oligarchy. Say what you will.
Can't tell the difference.
Nice work. A sterling performance by both of us. I've been waiting to give everybody here a piece of my mind for some time now. You've heard about the Spacer's Choice and Auntie Cleo merger, I'm sure. But things went down a little differently than Auntie makes out around here. Auntie was attempting a hostile takeover, but we outplayed her, voted her and her execs out. And we shipped Auntie and all her diehard followers out to Tau Ceti as an example. After Earth went dark, Auntie was technically the senior ranking executive in Tau Ceti, and she used that to take over the colony. But everything she's been doing since has been quasi-legal at best, including her being CEO of Auntie's Choice. With Earth being dark, no one has proof to call her on it. This little ruse of hers will collapse and she'll be exposed for every corporation to see. Then, law willing, she'll be executed for treason against a legitimate corporation. If I were Auntie, and thankfully I'm not, I'd say she's betting if she takes over Arcadia, she can prevent all that from happening. Success here leading to success there and such. What I had to say was more important. People here needed to hear how bad they've been bamboozled by that self-determinism claptrap. The rest is going to come out eventually anyway. After that, we can all go back to exploiting each other honestly. Until never, you void damn shiftless slackwit. Don't forget to breathe.
Okay. Tantchen ist also eine komplette Hochstaplerin.
Hey, mister, any bits to spare?
Any update on the man in the Moon Man mask? Heard the announcement, assume that was your doing. Wait! What?
No, that was all official. Auntie said there was some real hard bargaining, documents signed in triplicate, and... Huh. Maybe I'm remembering apart from the musical.
Wait, this is bad. Knowing this is not good. This sort of dirt gets a person killed. This may call for an executive decision.
What does the middle manager handbook say to do at a time like this?
Says here, unfinished business leaves one undone. Trim loose ends before everything comes unraveled. Well, that sounds rather dire, you know, contextually.
Du undankbarer kleiner Scheißer.
Yeah, right. Pay you and you'll go sell the secret to someone else. And someone upstairs will find out, and we'll all guess the exact...
Dann killen wir euch halt. Da sind sie selber schuld. Ich hätte sie am Leben gelassen. Medizin, Hacken, Technik. Oha. Auto hier. Regenerieren. Ach, bis zu 50%. Übermäßige Heilung. Ich meine, das ist nice, aber im Idealfall will ich ja nicht mich übermäßig heilen. Ich glaube, ich nehme trotzdem das hier. Weil hier steht ja jetzt nicht bei, dass das nur außerhalb vom Kampf ist. Und innerhalb vom Kampf ist das ja ganz nice. Drogeneffektdauer. Mehr Heilung durch den Inhalator. Nehmen wir. Okay, dann sind wir hier ja durch. Und können uns jetzt um diesen Streik da kümmern. Wo mussten wir... Warte mal. Hatten Hatten wir nicht einen Begleiterauftrag für Inez bekommen? Oder hatten wir den quasi schon?
Commander, over here. Commander, wanted to chat with you about the cartridge that courier gave us.
War schon
Ain't heard from
verwirrt.
Ortiz in, might well have been a year at this point. That's how it goes when you've fallen behind and the others got no choice but to keep moving. If he's spending his hard-earned bits to contact me now, there must be a real good reason. Would you watch the message with me?
Klar.
Suppose I am. He's a good friend of mine, or at least he was. I missed him. But I weren't under any presumptions that our friendship would last the moment our unit was dissolved, or we otherwise parted ways. If something's wrong, I ain't in any position to fix it. True. Thanks, Commander. Would you do the honors and get it going?
Yes. It's Ortiz. Look, I ain't got long. Neither for this message nor for life. I made a mistake. I signed up to get grafted, but it's gone wrong. Should have known when I got to the lab that something was off. It was a secret, they said. We couldn't tell no one. And now my blood's infected and I'm as good as dead. Law, I just wanted to be like you. Throw myself at the problem, wrestle it down. But I should have listened when they told me about how your graft hurt you. How it failed you. I should have reached out sooner. Maybe things would have been different.
Ja, Cloister waren wir noch gar nicht
Find
bisher.
that lab on Cloister. It's in an ice cave, but I ain't sure where exactly. They hid it good. Whatever you do, Inez, stop them. Don't let them do this to anyone else. Please.
Commander, I ain't sure what to make of Ortiz's message. He's dying. If it's as he says, I ain't got a choice. I gotta find that lab and put a stop to things. Will you help me?
Natürlich.
Thank you, Commander. Now we just need to find those ice caves on Cloister. We keep our lamps lit, we ought to find the lab without much of a fuss. I hope.
Da. Kümmern wir uns jetzt aber darum. Schön eins nach dem anderen.
Let us make our way to central control forthwith.
Dann können wir hier hin.
That's right, folks. Keep the chanting going. If you're here to pick it, we'd love to have you join our movement. Otherwise, I've got more important things to deal with. Well, that's great news. We'd love for someone to bring that sniveling sprat dunk to the table to negotiate. Honestly, we just want to eat, sleep, and relieve ourselves on a reasonable schedule. But the damn overseer, I think she's getting rich off of breaking our backs. I ain't sure how you're gonna get in. This door is barred from the inside, and I don't think there's another way in on the ground floor. That's right, folks! Keep the chanting going! I can see the overseer up in her office.
So, you
and
sent
we're
by the
definitely
home-
making
No
her
more
miserable.
bottles on
Drive us back
factory
on the
floors.
clean
Right now,
Time for
being on this
unlock
scarce moon has gotten all
doors.
kinds of old.
If you won't let us sleep or eat, you
Okay, die
get
lassen
charged
uns
for
so nicht rein. Ich bin der Meinung, hier kamen wir vorher nicht rein.
Any negotiation I ever been a part of. Not that I've been a part of many.
Da könnten wir jetzt öffnen. Machen wir aber mal nicht. Das hat sich ja schon mal gelohnt hier. Okay, wir haben Erpressungsmaterial.
Reminds me more and
gefunden.
more of Tau Ceti by the minute. If these folk burn this place to the ground, I ain't telling you.
Welcome to Auntie's Fine Product Revitalization Center, where we create tomorrow's brands today. I assume you are the disruption ameliorator from home office? It was about damn time you got here. This labor stoppage has put us almost a full week behind schedule and is making me look quite the fool. Some ne'er-do-wells, have incited our workers to halt all work. They've taken to making demands and carrying on about basic dignity and human rights. It should go without saying that such flights of fantasy have no place inside Auntie's Choice. And if we were still in Tau Ceti, they would face grave consequences.
I reckon she's got her wires crossed. Basic dignity is what Auntie's Choice promised us when we signed up, so long as we were good at our work. And while we might have faced grave consequences back on Tau Ceti, it was under old management, who were trounced rather thoroughly in the end, I might add.
Nevertheless, here we must focus on getting these ingrates back to work and remind them that they're damn lucky to have Auntie's Choice to dedicate their lives to. You're asking me? That clearly is your domain. Running this invaluable facility on Auntie's behalf is mine. As a managerial administrativist, and when I say I, it is critical that you understand that as director of this facility, I should effectively be treated as though I were an executive. Is that clear? Well, I guess I can respect your efficiency. Very well. The workers have appointed a leader named Dummy? No, I believe he has demands, but I can't be bothered to remember what they were. They alter the generous terms Auntie offers, and so are egregious and should be rejected. You will find him up on the landing pad with some of his minions. Go help him understand the situation so everyone can get back to work. That clear? Yes, well, I'm sure you'll manage. Auntie has faith. Best of luck to you. Remember that your actions don't just reflect to us.
Warum konnten wir sie jetzt nicht erpressen?
Heads up! Make some space! We got a sanctioned non-employee professional call.
Vielleicht ist das gescriptet, dass wir erst mit ihm reden müssen.
I ain't aiming to seem rude, but I got a lot to deal with right now. Unless this is mighty important, I'll respectfully ask, then what in law's name are you doing here? Well, that certainly is unexpected. And potentially wonderful. Assuming, of course, you can actually help us. And he's got to prioritize worker prosperity over productivity. What we've got now is poor labor retention techniques. What's going on is, remind me again?
An inhospitable occupational environment that ignores worker safety and health concerns.
Right, that. We need better hours, free stims, and the ability to relieve ourselves whenever we want.
They work 20-hour shifts, which requires stims to endure that are charged at a premium. Adrena time is actually cheaper on the undisputed claim than it is here. And if that inhuman brutality isn't enough to offend basic decency, they're also barred from using the restroom throughout the business day. Their 20-hour business day. It is an unconscionable condition to keep these workers in. I can't imagine how hard it is for them to coordinate their daily duties. No, I'm just a fellow underling suffering the corporate grind who saw the plight of these poor folk and needed to help them make a fair and reasonable deal.
That's right. Leo has been an absolute wealth of what's what. Without him, we would still be toiling
under the yoke of oppressive undervaluation due to monstrous mismanagement.
Right, that.
Me? Why, my only motivation is...
Now hold it right there. We aren't here to talk about Leo. We're here to
Doch,
talk
ich würde
about
schon
what it's
gerne
going
über
to take to
den
make us
Du
get
hier
back to
reden.
work. Right? Our shifts need to be reduced to 12 hours a day. 4 hours of personal time ain't even enough to rest, much less get any actual living done. Second, if we gotta work those long hours, we want free Adrena time. Bad enough it's making everything taste like we're gnawing nickel pads. Having to pay for the pleasure's too far. Finally, we want all-day bathroom access. Expecting us to fit our necessities into the same 4 hours is just mean. Plus, between us, most folk ain't, if you get my meaning. Thank you for...
Ja, das ist jetzt unabhängig davon, dass der Typ hier irgendwie ein bisschen sass ist, haben sie ja recht mit dem, was sie wollen, ne?
Welcome back, Ameliorator. Did you make contact with workers? Do they understand that this stoppage is madness? Are they ready to return?
Solltest sie alle feuern.
So, what are these ingrate alley sprats willing to settle for? Golden privies and gilded sheets? To be spoon-fed crunch whenever their tummies rumble? 8-hour workdays? 12-hour? Are they mad? What are they gonna do with the other half of the day? Lounge around the facility, consuming air and water and power without
Oh,
compensating
du
the
meinst so
company?
wie du?
I am, frankly, disappointed you would even bring me such a preposterous demand. You should have nipped this offensive arrogance in the bud.
Okay, das sind ja alles 3 Kackmöglichkeiten. Das ist ja totaler Bullshit. Das ist der größte Bullshit. Das ist der zweitgrößte Bullshit. Und das ist das, was am wenigsten Bullshit ist.
I suppose that's true. It wouldn't take much to put enough pep in their proverbial step to make up for 2 lost hours. Their overall productivity might even improve. That would translate into more profit for the plant, which means larger bonuses from me, which should be more than enough to make up for the drop in hourly production. All right, you've convinced me. What else do they want? Free? Free? Nothing inside of Auntie's Choice is free. Law, nothing in life is free. Giving something away for free is akin to ignoring the cost of its creation, which is one small step from the system completely breaking down and plunging us all into anarchy. What in the void are you talking about? My greed is certainly doing no such thing. What? No, I would never. That's slander and or libel. And you can't prove a thing. Well, fuck. That's quite the rub, isn't it? All right, what do you want? Huh. I don't know why you would waste leverage on them, but I suppose you've got your reasons. All right. They'll get their Adrena time, and you'll get all the bits I got on me. Is there more they ask? They want to relieve themselves on company time? I've never heard something so preposterous. Can you imagine how many bits
Die müssen doch
that
einfach nur
loss of
zwischendurch aufs
productivity will
Klo,
cost
als
us?
ob das jetzt so
What if they
viel...
lounge? What if they take
Übertreibt
time to
komplett.
relax? What if they retreat to indulge their baser urges? Auntie would be paying for all manner of unprofitable shenanigans.
Du hattest wohl noch nie eine...
I suppose that is true. They are probably not doing their best work if they are distracted by their biological needs. Fine. They'll be unlocked. But breaks will be unpaid. What more do they want? Very good. Ha! I was going to say very good.
Naja, wir haben die Toilettensituation geregelt, wir kriegen ihren Stuff da kostenlos und immerhin 2 Stunden weniger Arbeit, noch wenn ich denen gerne die 12 Stunden gegönnt hätte. Aber 18 ist immer noch besser als 20.
Hello again. Do you have news for us about the negotiations? That's as fine a place to start as any. Well, what's next? She willing to see reason? What's next? Excellent. What progress have you made? Well...
Damn! I really felt like I was close to signing all of you, and I needed that recruitment bonus. I don't know how I'm going to afford my hair cream now, but I'll get him next time. And he won't always have you working her angles for her. And her usual agents don't stand a chance against me.
Next time? Against you? What in law's name are you saying?
So,
sometimes you talk so odd it don't sound like you're Auntie's choice at all.
Yeah, I was starting to have the same thought.
It don't matter. All that matters is my working conditions have just improved mightily. Thanks to you, stranger. Now, if you'll excuse us, we're gonna get back to work.
Congratulations on ending the strike, Commander. These laborers may now continue their work until death or retirement occur first.
Na, wo ist der andere Typ hin? Den treffen wir doch garantiert nochmal wieder hier. Okay, aber wir können nichts mit ihm machen. Hm.
The workers have returned and production has resumed. Wonderful work, our disruption ameliorator. I do wish it had gone more smoothly, but I understand you did what you must. I have already informed the Home Office, and with it, put in an extra sprinkling of mild praise directly with Auntie. She will, no doubt, be excited to learn of my approval. You may tell the executives that dispatched you that you have done an adequate job. Under my keen supervision, of course.
Dann würde ich sagen, machen wir das direkt als nächstes, weil wir da doch bestimmt dann Folgequests bekommen, bevor wir auf einen neuen Planeten gehen. Warte mal, was war da oben? So, das war hier hinten. Ich finde das auch cool, dass hier im Hintergrund dann immer irgendwie die Geschichte fortgeführt wird, je nachdem, wie wir gehandelt haben.
Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon.
Welcome back. We understand you've been a very busy little manty-was. Well, out with it.
Yes, time is bits. Tell us how it went.
A satisfactory effort, my ameliorator. I had hopes your talents would yield a result a mite more in our favor, but good work overall.
Well, I suppose I can't argue with the truth of that.
Anything else you'd like to report? Your performance at that facility went exceedingly well, all things considered. And it was an ideal first step in effecting my monopolistic mercantile methodology plan.
There you go again, pinning your career to that flim-flam mathematical malarkey. What do a bunch of eggheads know about marketing? Marketing isn't some rigmarole you can plug into a computronic doodad. It's instinct, intuition, know-how. It's a fucking art.
Yes, suppose we should move on. Ursula, will you do the honors?
I'm the head of our proprietary insight acquisition division. Stealing our rivals' trade secrets? That's our bread and butter. We can sometimes lack a certain subtlety, though. The Protectorate have a process called mental refreshment. Some kind of mind manipulation business. There's a facility for it on Praetor. And he wants details on their methodology, pharmacology, and technology.
Und die Items müssen wir eigentlich schon alle gesammelt haben, als wir da waren.
Auntie and I agree. It presents possibilities. Oh, do tell. I hope you gathered supplemental materials and recruited the scientist as well.
Hm? Wann haben wir denn irgendeinen Scientist rekrutiert? Der leitende Wissenschaftler ist tot.
Well, got what we needed. Sometimes a body count can't be helped.
Better in the ground than in our enemy's employ. Nice work, my ameliorator.
Now, I assume you won't mind we have a few questions about the process. Our people will extract details about the pharmacology and methodology. That will all no doubt prove useful, but we're most interested in the technology and its results. Can't say I like the sound of that. Seems like they'd be difficult to market to.
How truly unfortunate. Those without desire or drive make terrible customers. They could barely even be considered consumers at all.
Hoffe, dass
What
sie
else can you
so
tell us
davon
about the
absehen,
place?
das zu
Turn up any
benutzen.
additional details? Anything especially marketable?
Ja, schadet mehr, als dass es hilft.
But still, they keep on marketing it as virtually foolproof, don't they? So much for their vaunted moral high ground, and so much for us exploiting that piece of technology. Oh, good to know, good to know. Excellent. Well, here's your reward, along with something extra for your effort. Too bad about the lead scientist. Converting him would have earned you an above-average payout. All right. For your next assignment, well, it's something of an organizational priority.
Congratulations! Your storied success has earned you a whole entire minute with our illustrious leader, Auntie Cleo!
So your preliminary chores are complete. Oh, finally, a contractor with a little backbone. Normally they flee or expire, leaving the work woefully incomplete. Ah, I remember you from before. Fairfield, yes? Tell me, as an outside agent, do you have any quandaries working with our organization? Yes, quite. Hopefully we'll continue to make many more, together. Do hope you'll forgive these two. They're competing for a rather significant promotion, you see. It tends to make employees fractious, like young ursopods cooped up in the den. So, you've been advancing a fairly radical idea with a group that, to date, we've considered our rivals. Certain communications have even been exchanged between our ship and the Order's headquarters. You've spoken to the delegates, yes? A cessation of hostilities could present any number of potentially profitable options, assuming we could work out favorable terms. Oh, my security team would never allow it, but a call like this over a secure line should be an acceptable alternative. Of course, Ruth would also need to agree. Perhaps if you were to perform a few useful errands for the Order, you might earn a meeting with her to propose the same. Have Ruth reach out when she's ready to talk, and I'll set up a call on a secure line next door.
Okay. Oh! No! Was war das denn? Da hat sich ein Schuss gelöst. Ich habe keine Ahnung, warum ich da gerade linke Maustaste geklickt habe, wenn ich ehrlich sein soll. Was war das denn? War das hier vor dem Schuss? Okay. Die wollen nach Cloister. Prätor. Cloister. Machen wir seine Quest als nächstes. Prätor müsste ja der Planet gewesen sein, wo wir gerade den Streik geschlichtet haben, oder? Ich kann mir das immer so schlecht merken irgendwie. Vielleicht ist die Zentrale auch das Ding, wo wir das eine Mal schon waren, wo ich dann meinte, solange wir noch keine Quest haben, will ich da nicht hin. Und unnötig Leute killen. Würde ich sagen, nehmen wir hier euch mit. Mal gucken, ob das im Norden ist. Ja. Können wir hier noch Skills verteilen? Oh, das ist nice. Der Effekt wäre ganz nice, aber gefühlt töten die Begleiter eh nix. Also nehmen wir das.
Best turn around. Central controls and... Wait. Orbit around? What are you doing here? I've heard a great deal regarding your exploits within the Protectorate. And it is all that prevents me from summoning the Guard. I've strict orders to arrest you on sight.
I've no desire to slay you, but if you seek to prevent me from pursuing my duties, I will have no other choice.
Arbiter Rao did not report to the Consul's summons. Consequently, he is wanted for questioning. It is only our difference in rank that stays my hand from attempting arrest. Very well. I shall not sound the alarm. But you are still not permitted to enter this facility either through this entry or any side route. I shall be watching.
Commander, let us speak privately on our next course of action.
Wir müssen alle killen.
I did not care for that exchange at all. The idea that the Consul would stymie me individually is rather disturbing. Regardless, we do have alternate means of ingress. I seem to recall a number of creatures bypassing the left fence through some upper path we were never able to find. There's also the prisoner entrance on the right. If you're sufficiently dexterous, you may be able to bypass the safeguards to get us in.
Wir probieren den linken Gang. Ich würde das gerne eigentlich wieder sneaky lösen. Aber wenn ich das noch richtig in Erinnerung habe, standen hier einige Leute rum. Mal schauen, wie weit wir hier kommen. bleibt er da stehen? Warte mal. Inventar. Das waren die Ablenkungsdinger.
Quick once over. There, found you.
Smells like paint and agitated dust. Renovations, I surmise.
Okay, wir haben es auf jeden Fall schon mal reingeschafft. Schön oft speichern jetzt.
That elevator over there goes to the Supreme Arbiter's old office. I hope the technicians have kept it in working order.
Let the Paradigm worry about tomorrow.
Wie gesagt, ich würde hier ungern irgendwen töten. Auch wenn wir jetzt irgendwie zigmal speichern und laden müssen.
I believe what we need is on that terminal. I'll see if I can find my way in.
Okay, das ging jetzt irgendwie ein bisschen zu einfach. Dass wir jetzt schon hier in dem Raum sind, wo wir hin müssen.
The terminal's locked. Terminal's locked, which is no surprise. See if you can find some method to bypass its passcode. Did you hear that? I think something may have unlocked. I think this may unlock the terminal, but the toggle mechanism appears compromised. I shall hold it. You attempt to gain access to the machine. You must finish reading through that terminal. The elevator's been...
Consul Thoreau, I'm sure you're surprised to be receiving this message, and thus I can assume you already know my intent. Even considering aligning myself against the Sovereign is like sticking my hand in boiling oil. Yet my dead charges spur me forward. 10 scores of Arcadia's finest, at least 10 scores, died in defense of Golden Ridge. And does the region lie in our control? No. We fled like sprats, all at Varric's behest. I shall lower myself to work with you, Consul. I will help you uphold your plan to... Hold... What in blazes? How long have you been standing there? What did you hear?
I cannot believe what I heard. I cannot. Actually, it wasn't. Perhaps at first, until I discerned her true intentions. My mentor hated the Consul and was deeply devoted to the Sovereign. She'd never speak thus, unless she was trying to lure the Consul into a trap.
Those unable to accept the truth do often invent their own.
What I'm proposing is eminently plausible. It may be beyond you to see her machinations, but it's obvious to me that this was merely an intricate play. It's all that makes sense. It's not obvious to me. You didn't know her. Wait, do you hear that?
Arbiter Rao, I finally got you. Submit quietly to the Protectorate's justice for your manifold transgressions.
Are you insane? Who are you? And on whose authority do you claim to judge me?
My name is Junior Arbiter Mayhall, and I operate on Arbiter Mandate, as you did once. Now, no questions. This is already going to be difficult enough.
It's logical. The Sentinels have all but taken over central control. It stands to reason the few Arbiters still trained here would only be Sentinels in armored regalia.
I cannot deny that central control has changed, but... what am I saying? I need not defend myself from the likes of you.
Enough! This has been an unpleasant day and my patience is gone. Your accusations are baseless, and accosting a higher-ranked Arbiter is grounds for arbitration.
They're far from baseless. You stand accused of abandoning your post, of infiltrating Protectorate facilities with opaque aims, and of hampering the Protectorate war effort. There's no discussion to be had with criminals. I needed to see firsthand that Arbiter Rao had abandoned his station. He has, and must meet my judgment.
These accusations of yours are slander. If you believe false bravado shall save you from my wrath, you're sorely mistaken.
Warum zeigen ihr nicht eigentlich einfach die Beweise, die wir bisher gefunden haben?
At Oculus, and again at the Vox, you showed me that the law may be interpreted. Clemency can be granted where before it would be unthinkable. Here my sense of duty clamors to be answered. But as much as it surprises me to admit it, I think you're correct. To this recruit, I've diverged from the path of righteousness. Slaying her for sincerely trying to do what is right would be a farce of justice. I would not. But I know the reality of swaying an Arbiter from their chosen path. It's likely this situation may devolve into violence regardless.
What is this insanity? I would never imagine an Arbiter balking from their chosen course. I had hoped Arbiter Rao would come to his senses, but obviously to no avail. I may not wish to judge him. I may not understand what has come over him. It is of no consequence. His crimes against the Protectorate are all that matters.
The ex-Protectorate subject there had been mentally refreshed. Killing him would have accomplished nothing, despite his crimes, as he was merely a pawn to someone else.
That's even worse than I thought. You chose not to do your duty, and expect telling me so would soften my decision to judge you?
The Supreme Arbiter taught me to follow my own sense of justice. And I have. Use your mind. Think about what I did. What you intend to do. Is this moral? Is this right? The reason I have deserted is to search for evidence leading to the true killer of the Supreme Arbiter. I know the concept of evidence is not broadly taught. The Supreme Arbiter taught me to seek out the facts of one who has committed a crime in order to better identify them, in order to avoid judging innocence. This, in turn, would allow me to do my duty more properly, and to improve society as a result. You see, I haven't deserted the Protectorate. I'm conducting my own investigation.
But by looking into her death, you go against High Command's official statement. You claim to know better than the Protectorate.
And if I am mistaken, I shall submit myself for judgment. But I have already found
Genau, wir haben
evidence to the
bereits
contrary.
Beweise gefunden.
All that stands between me
Hätten
and
wir
the
das
true
Gespräch
killer
nicht so anfangen können?
is you. You're no fool. I can see you understand my reasoning. All that you must decide now is if it is right to render judgment upon me. We don't know that for certain, but to an onlooker without our knowledge, it could seem that way. And such presumed traitorousness would be very confusing.
Even the Supreme Arbiter has struggled with this? That doesn't seem possible. But I suppose there's no way to ask her now. I shall trust your words. Consider my hand stayed. I can see that judging Tristan would only rob the Protectorate of another of its servants. It seems I must reflect on this matter.
It would appear we're in agreement. Neither of us shall raise a hand against the other. I'm pleased.
Wasn't expecting such a mature resolution from our little arbiter. I'm impressed. And not even in a backhanded compliment sort of way.
So, what course of action do we take now?
It's important for an arbiter to use their forebrain. Next time you encounter something as strange as a loyal arbiter diverging from the path of righteousness, investigate. You may find more questions than answers. But deciphering them and interpreting justice as best we can is how we might serve Arcadia.
Uphold justice in my way. I'll attempt to remember that, Arbiter Rao. Thank you.
Glory to the Protectorate, Junior Arbiter. Make me proud. I'm pleased we were able to resolve that altercation peaceably. Robbing Arcadia of an enthusiastic recruit would have given me little joy.
Appreciate you using your forebrain for a change.
You know, I'd even venture to say she reminded me just a little of myself as a lad. All this excitement did not make me forget the confession on the Supreme Arbiter's terminal. I have to bring it to Virgil. Together, we can discover exactly
Pass
what
mal auf, ich glaube
transpired.
immer noch, dass der Virgil irgendwie da Dreck am Stecken hat.
Agreed. I'm not sure of his whereabouts since last we encountered him. I'll send him a message. With luck, we'll hear from him before long.
Was hat sich jetzt getan? Hatten hier doch gerade irgendein Geräusch. Oder hat das Ding einfach wieder zugemacht? Hilft uns das eventuell? Nee. Nun gut. Können wir hier ja wieder weg. Wir können aber von hier nicht schnell reisen, okay. Müssen wir erst rausschleichen.
Mind the hostile.
Make me walk on over there, huh? The source of the disturbance is known to me. Have this off in a minute.
Kommen wir da oben auch wieder raus? Oder? Ja. Reden mit dem Tristan. Oder müssen wir jetzt wirklich einfach abwarten? Niles, Bell.
Let's see how well you Arbiters know basic history.
I'm glad we made it off Greater Tranquility Station. Presumably the delegates did as well. I only hope we do not pay for this decision.
Okay, wir müssen warten, bis er sich bei uns meldet anscheinend. Da sind wir durch, da sind wir durch. Dann bleibt ja eigentlich wirklich nur Cloister.
Moment of your time, Commander. Remember that matter on Cloister I mentioned earlier? Well, since we're here and all, thought we might take it up now. Might be hard to believe, but 20 or so odd years ago, I made a mistake. Feels like high time I righted it. Now I'm out and about again. That's where the error occurred, I believe. Others judged it such. I shut it down. Believe I was wrong to do so. For many years now, a former colleague of mine's been in a remote spot called Reasons Pass, on account of my decision. I try not to think about regret or remorse. I shut down her work. I was wrong. Stating that out loud is the furthest extent of my self-castigation. Her research was unconventional, surely. She was as well. I think with both, we could right things, get the Order back on its intended path. Do appreciate it, Commander.
Okay, dann haben wir jetzt für Inez, für Asa und für Marisol auf Cloister-Quests. Dann würde ich sagen, machen wir die 3 Begleiteraufträge als allererstes. Speedrun das für die Upgrades. Und dann kümmern wir uns um den Rest auf dem Planeten. Triff dich mit Ruth. Mittelpunkt, außergewöhnliches Exemplar. Mittelpunkt. Ach du Scheiße. Okay, dann hier, hier, hier. Speichern wir kurz. Ich muss einmal Pipi-Päuschen machen. Und dann kümmern wir uns darum. Bis gleich. Und ich hole mir noch einen Kaffee. Soppala, wieder da. Machen wir mal weiter hier. So, wir mussten in die Richtung.
This weather is quite conducive for cooling the archive, and unconducive for me feeling my fingers.
I find your proposed time frame region. Unaccountably so.
But going any faster grossly increases the threat of collapse. Burying us beneath the snow benefits no one.
So long as we have you at least determined the cause of the avalanche.
Den Weg können wir schon mal nicht nehmen. Junge, den kann man ja gar nicht hören. What the fuck?
Gathering data on the enemy's movements and behavior. Blizzards raised the cloister. If you're looking for a way to help us out, I recommend heading to Laplace's avalanche.
Also teilweise ist die Lautstärkeregelung in dem Spiel aber ganz schön Arsch. Und zum Glück nur bei einigen wenigen NPCs. Den hat man ja wirklich kaum verstanden. Hier lassen wir mal lieber nichts mitgehen.
Heard that rift near the archive has destabilized.
Reckon I ought to
Must
step
be
away?
a sign. The Protectorate's latest action clearly runs counter to the plan.
Kann schon dabei bleiben.
Halt! The Oracle Laureate sent ahead to expect someone matching your description. However, he said nothing about admitting questionable allies. Members of Auntie's Choice are not permitted inside Laplace's garden. Your companion will have to wait outside.
Huh. If only one of us could have foreseen this situation. But I'll stay back, Commander. Ain't no reason to cause a scene.
You should heed the wisdom of your friend.
Yeah, these hues suit my complexion real good.
As likely as I find that theory, we have rules and regulations for a reason. We are at war, you might have noticed. Is this some kind of test? No participants or observants are permitted to discuss Laplace's garden outside its boundaries. You'll discover all you need once inside. After ridding your...
Oh, müssen wir den jetzt wirklich
Commander, I'm glad you're just as keen on aligning with Auntie as I am. It's the right... They're nice, sure. The folk here don't seem to trust Auntie's Choice. But give it time. They'll see the difference between freedom and complete domination soon enough. Just as Tausetti did. Would it really? She's a natural leader. Listen, there'll be enough time. We should move on, unless you've got something for me. If you say so.
Anstatt wir einfach sagen können, hier, warte irgendwie vor der Tür. Nein, jetzt müssen wir gleich in das Raumschiff rein und in das aus dem Raumschiff wieder raus, was Ladebildschirme bedeutet, ohne Grund. Aber nun gut, es gibt Schlimmeres.
Agent, I have a message for you. On behalf of the Order of the Ascendant and her impermeable wisdom, the presiding bishop Ruth Bassar, welcome to Laplace's garden. The presiding bishop is presently indisposed, but I've been instructed to direct you to the Artificer Laureate for whatever pressing matter has brought you to the garden. She's working in Belvedere Hall's secondary courtyard. Enter the large building at the top of the mesa ahead and follow the first hall on your right. Oh, yes. The vicar did ask me to direct you to him. How positively forgetful of me. He should be waiting for you in Belvedere Hall's main courtyard at the top of the stairs. The Artificer Laureate is head of the Department of Applied Scientism, overseeing the exemplars, or craftsmen, of our order. Weapons and technology all fall under her purview. Ooh, I do love a good brain teaser. How would you know this isn't a trap? What a cunningly simple riddle. I shall have to dissect its mechanics later. Oh no, not at all. The presiding bishop routinely spends time in a sensory deprivation chamber to hone her mental faculties. Of course, she does seem to be logging more hours in the chamber of late, but I'm certain that's all part of the plan. The rest of the Laureate Council is capable of managing affairs while the presiding bishop is occupied. Really, it's no reason for concern. Nothing in the garden is. Look around you. I don't see a battlefield. Do you? All conflict is transient in nature. To dwell on the negativity of a moment is to risk missing the opportunity of what comes next. Those in the garden have enough perspective to remain present and to focus on what matters. Science and progress. It may seem like I'm speaking from a position of luxury and privilege, but it is a privilege the Order hopes to share with all one day. But now, I fear I have kept you long past an ideal duration. May all your problems precede solutions.
Das ist ja ganz nett von dir.
Is it just me? Or does something seem... Oh, never mind.
Ja, hier scheint irgendwas vor sich zu gehen, Marisol, da hast du recht. Jetzt geht der Spaß hier wieder los. Das wäre ganz nice für unsere Schnellfeuerwaffen. Das würde halt indirekt noch unser Sniper buffen, ne? Ah, das wär's dann auch. Und das hier sind 20% mehr Sprengstoffschaden. Das hier wäre auch nice für unsere Schrotflinte. Die macht ja Plasma Damage. Aber das ist irgendwie alles so spezifisch und hilft uns nur mit einem Waffentyp. Pistolen und MPs benutzen wir gar nicht. Ich glaube, wir verringern jetzt mal die Streuung. Okay, und das hier ist wieder ein größeres Areal. Gehen wir erstmal hier die Buden ab.
I'm cutting you off there, Charles. That's your third conviction today. People will start to worry. Welcome to the CAF integration point. Will it be caffeine or convictions today? Ooh, a provocateur, are you? Convictions are statements which promote personal and professional confidence and well-being. Interested?
Ich skippe hier mal durch.
Before I can administer your conviction, I need to ask you a question. In what area of your life do you feel you need the Expand on that for me. You are not bound to repeat the mistakes of the past. Good. Now then, a brief conversation is customary following the initial service. I haven't seen you around before. New project appointment? Must be an adjustment, all things considered. I'd have run the mugs through the autoclave twice if I'd known the garden was receiving visitors now. All right, your turn. What questions have you got percolating in that mind of yours? I didn't hear a question. Everyone is simply contented by the good work they're doing to advance the plan. Everything in perfect exactitude, as Vicar Udicott might say. That said, if something more sinister was going on, would that concern you?
Yeah.
Well, good thing nothing's amiss then.
You know, you do a passable impression of a scientician. Did you grow up near one of our settlements? Have a few years of order training?
I'm quite sure I don't know what you mean.
Oh, I understand you may technically count as a member, but there's a perfunctory element to your articulation. You don't believe in the plan, and you're clearly up to something. She sized you up almost immediately, Commander. Been softly probing you for information. I clocked her the first moment she opened her mouth. Appreciate that. I spent decades undercover with only self-affirmations to assuage my vacillating morale. Well, do I have to shoot up the place? Or will you come clean immediately? Who do you work for, little mole?
By the architect, keep your voice down, please. Even if what you say is true, this isn't a conversation best had amidst present company. Let's talk somewhere more private. Behind the CAF integration point, perhaps?
Die wird ja noch ein bisschen warten. Das haben wir noch nicht.
You must be curious why I asked for such a discreet rendezvous. Allow me to whet your appetite for intrigue a little further, shall I? I have adequate reason to believe the Order is conducting a mass experiment on the population of Laplace's garden. The Order is not cultivating its perfect, plan-abiding society through careful ideological pruning, as the laureates would have you believe. It's simple pharmacology. Put bluntly, they're regulating the emotions of everyone in Laplace's garden through drugs in the water supply.
Oof.
Why would the Order want to create a society of undistractable little academics whose only desire is to advance the plan? I wonder. I'm limiting my water intake and using other pharmaceuticals to combat the effects. It's not a perfect system, but it works adequately enough. It makes the mind quieter, like closing the door on a screaming crowd. It's not unpleasant. It'd be a lot more difficult to conduct my survey of the garden from outside the garden. Moderate your volume, please! No one here is in any immediate peril. Probably. The Order claims the subjects here supposedly consented to participate, but it was begun prior to the schism with the Protectorate, so who's to say? Regardless, if the Order has made some kind of pharmaceutical breakthrough, imagine how useful it might be to certain parties to know about it in advance. Who knew you had such a keen mind for business? I represent a group of information traders who would pay well to get their hands on a sample of this drug. Interested? So you've heard of us. Good. That makes this easier. My primary task has been to watch the Order. But I'm confident my superiors would agree. Physical proof is of far greater value than mere rumor. All you need to do is enter water reconditioning and collect a sample of the drug. I believe they call it perspective. This passcode will give you access to the main terminal. Watch the guards patrol before making your way into the facility. If worst comes to worst, I wager Laureate Beckett also has a keycard on him, but that might be tricky to lift. Lately, he's been sitting near the fountains, performing his silly little breathing exercises. If he's not there, then he's likely in conference with the presiding bishop. Whatever you do, be discreet. I can't have any laureates asking questions about me. Understood? One more thing before you leave. Outside of work, I have, let's call it an alternative inventory. You'll have to pay, of course, but I'm sure I have something that'll make your job a little easier. And I'd like to offload some of this merchandise. Sounds like a win-win.
Die nehmen wir auf jeden Fall. Nehmen wir mit, einfach nur, damit wir es haben. Aber ansonsten hat die leider mal wieder nichts Besonderes.
What a lamentable state of affairs. I remember the days when Laplace's garden lived up to its estimable purpose. Now look at it. The fountain in disrepair, pedagogy in the park, even the lights above our heads have winked out like stars taken down from the sky. Nevertheless, one must persist. The plan is good. The shadow of ignorance cannot withstand its light. Oh, I couldn't say. This isn't my college, as it were. I'm a vicar. I tend to people's philosophical needs and leave the management of the garden to others. Oh, no? What a tremendous disappointment. Perhaps in time you will acquire the necessary skills in return. Or someone else will come along, as is the way of things.
Okay, das ist quasi so eine, ich will jetzt nicht sagen Secret Quest, aber keine, die wir ins Questlog bekommen auf jeden Fall. Und Hecken 11 werden wir nicht erreichen.
A second makeup exam will not be off, so I hope you studied this time, Briar. You may begin now.
Shh! If I'm caught talking during this makeup exam, what does it matter? Can't mark the occipital from the parietal with these voided questions. And is there something wrong with the air recyclers? It's getting hard to breathe. Is that what it means by categorizing by propellant attributes? By the architect. That question could have been phrased more clearly. Plan favor your endeavors. You don't know how much you've helped me. The rest of this exam will be rocket science, metaphorically speaking. Stashed a few, learning tools on the balcony of Cap Integration Point where I like to study. They're all yours. Just hop the short wall near the serving area. And thanks.
When that student later fails in the field due to your misplaced intercession, hopefully they live to learn from it.
Das war der Behälter, von dem sie geredet hat, oder? Ich glaub schon.
For pity's sake, is it the pump or the sealant?
Technik 11, dem können wir wahrscheinlich auch nicht
Industrial
helfen.
science is mostly now the fountain's broken and I can't. We had an avalanche recently not far from the dome. I recently placed into the industrial sciences, so I've been entrusted to fix the issue. But I've never had to put my knowledge into application before.
Das ist das gleiche wie bei der eben. Scheinen irgendwie Quests zu sein, wenn man sich auf irgendwas spezialisiert hat.
Smart researchers patronize the scientician's surplus. Quality goods at algorithmically determined prices.
Cerebral cortex around the chronometer until we achieve ascension.
Welcome to the Scientician's Surplus. I am the scientician in question. Any inquiries about the stock may be directed to me. Either you intend to buy or you intend to go without. It's there in the name. Of course you...
Krebsler Jungtier. Deckungsfeuer. Oh. Damit machen wir unsere Teammates besser. Nehmen was mit, einfach weil es unique ist. Ja. mal nichts wirklich zum Verkaufen. Wir müssen langsam mal wieder ein bisschen Kohle machen.
Strange to see all this vacant space after the overcrowding at Matriarch's Mercy.
Raketenpistole. Minigun. Wir finden die ganze Zeit irgendwie Mods für Waffen, die wir noch gar nicht haben.
Plenty of room for refugees here. If only the Order administrants got their act together.
How did your hypothesis about the flowers fare?
Exposing them to melodic...
Oh, hello. Cogitate here often?
Hello, layperson.
Oh, hier waren wir noch nicht drin.
Every day. The operating theater is not conducting viewing dissections at this time. That is not an invitation to return to your study and perform exploratory surgery on yourself or a willing volunteer, just to be clear. That is best answer.
Ein Händler. Nehmen wir mit. Okay. Dann machen wir das zuerst. Die ist da oben.
Agent, over here. Ah, there you are. I was informed by Gertie you've agreed to help us reconvene negotiations. With your aid, Auntie's Choice and the Order will soon be rivals no longer. Just think of all we can accomplish if our two sides reject fractiousness and combine our efforts. Remember, seek out ways to help both sides. Engender trust. Gertie and I will let you know when it's time to move forward. In the meantime, I might recommend you work on honing your oratory skills. Our presiding bishop and Auntie Cleo can be challenging to debate with.
Ja, ja, das wissen wir. Das haben wir schon mal gehört.
A visitor? It's for the best that you're talking to me now instead of mid-work. I do seem to have a slight propensity for stabbing randomly with my tools when interrupted, but I suppose that's enough time spinning in the statements column. Speak away. What are you... Beckett. Another prediction that he hasn't seen fit to notify me about. A more cynical exemplar might posit his doing this to be intentional. If you're here, I imagine you aim to petition the presiding bishop for her support, which is hardly a surprise. She is the most important individual in Arcadia. Not if I cannot gauge for certain if you can be trusted. I cannot allow just anyone to wander into Ruth's quarters. But there is something you could do to prove yourself worthy. A myriad of cultists have taken over the settlement of Newton. Which is a nearby site of historical but not strategic significance. I want them gone. Once there was a bridge stretching from the settlement to the archive, but it was destroyed by a rift. Best keep your distance should you travel there. I'll withhold my appreciation until this task is complete. May you act within the equation's confines.
We should collect Azza from the ship first. Unless you don't want the benefits of her inside knowledge of the cult.
Okay, das war das. Moment mal, haben wir jetzt hier gerade keinen Quest bekommen? Doch, da. Studie über Disruption. Was ist da? Okay. Achso, da müssen wir aber die Quest erst für machen. Verarbeite die Rissdaten. Warte mal, das unter uns.
Keep moving.
Hey! Only security at this time, residents of Laplace's garden are not permitted beyond this point.
Hier kommen wir hier raus. Ist das hier jetzt auch irgendwas? Okay, dann müssen wir uns wahrscheinlich da erst drum kümmern. Bevor wir hier weiterkommen. Dann holen wir jetzt Asa.
These temporary indignities of the body are nothing contrasted to the Order's future. Keep those eyes open, soldiers. Corneal frostbite me down.
Mal schauen, mit was für Gegnern wir es hier zu tun kriegen.
Did you receive your personalized order prediction yet? I've admitted to a bit of trepidation in regards to opening mine. This is the first one I've received since deployment.
Honestly, the ones you get in the field are lifesavers. I would have
Use
been
caution as you progress. There's been reports of response.
Fortificator at ready status.
It appears we've dealt with all of them. Ah, that was a close one.
Wow. Das war, glaube ich, von unserem Sniper das Ding. Ursopods. Aha. Das sind also die Monster, die wir hier treffen. Okay, okay.
Soldier, please assess your pain on a variable scale of 1 to 100, with 1 being entirely pain-free and 100 being the worst pain you can imagine.
There is far too much variability in that scale. The amount of pain I can imagine is hardly an objective measure of the maximum amount of pain I could actually feel.
Your observation is correct, which is a diagnostic in its own right. Now, if you were to indicate a scale
So, das gerade.
Please don't take me on a cotangent.
Do you see these magnificent weapons? They have the greatest destructive potential the Protectorate can bring to bear. Tell me then, why should they not have been installed?
Another object just gone. Hey, I don't think you have the authorization. Salutations. We've been doing our utmost to find ways to manipulate this rift or extract data from it. Unfortunately, our efforts have been ineffective thus far. I suppose it's too much to hope for, but would you, perchance, happen to have any practical experience with or mathematical understanding of the rift phenomena? Wait. Actually, this isn't some jest. You'll have to forgive me for not taking your assertion at face value. Perhaps a demonstration. For science, of course.
Natürlich, for science.
All the items we put into the rift, they've been reconstituted, but in a state far different from their original configuration. Fascinating. Damn it. Reverted to its previous state. Was it a failing of the device or an inevitable effect of the passage of time? Architect above. That was incredible. That small, portable device changed the state of the rift anomaly in an instant. From observing how the device operates and how the rift reacted to it, It seems to be using some kind of energy burst generated by a magnetic field to re-deregulate the structure of the field around the rift. Truly an astounding piece of technology. Would you consider allowing me the opportunity to open the casing and examine the inner workings? No, forget I asked. What a preposterous question. Thank you for the demonstration. It was most enlightening. You have given my team and I a good deal to think about, and to try and fit into our current theoretical framework. It seems rifts do not fit cleanly in...
Konnten wir hier noch irgendwas?
Open again, quickly. Record all the relevant data and take down your observations. Again, it has reverted. The timing seems similar to the left observed. On rare occasion, the plan provides two unknown variables simultaneously.
Captain, I fear I have a confession to make. I have found being present on course.
Over here.
You. I don't know you, but you, I do. It's good to see you, Asa. It's me, Severin. You know, I've never been to Cloister before. It's cold.
What is wrong with you? Boy, damn it! Did they mentally refresh you?
No, let's just say I'm well lubricated. You tried the new Prestige gin? It helps when you have to do something you really don't want to do.
I didn't say that. I simply said I thought he'd see through the fake kill order.
Oh, I did. That's why I'm here. I made the mistake of questioning it too loudly to too many of the Dawn. The Exalted Leader summoned me. She knew about the message I'd sent to you.
Dagmar met you? Face to face? You're lying. She meets with no one but me.
That's right. She only meets with her second in command. When she summoned me, she said my message had ruined everything. The kill order was real. It came from her. In order to save myself, to save the Dawn, I had to do this. She promised I'd take your place. And I'm a coward. I didn't want to die. There are a bunch of sentinels in hiding. When I give the word, they're to execute both of you. I'm sorry, Asa.
Absolutely not. We don't need his help. We should just kill him and get on with the Sentinel killing. If we die, at least I'll be taking a great many of them with us. Did you not hear me? I said he dies.
No. Sentinels! Target confirmed! Hey, Sentinels! The target is here!
Nein! Warum haben wir das scheiß Gadget?
Check your scope for some...
Evaluate this for durability.
Okay, was hat uns da jetzt gekillt?
Amanda.
Wahrscheinlich der Sniper.
Would not refuse medical support. Either restore my life or avenge my death.
Der Fight war ein bisschen messy, gebe ich zu.
I'm alive. I can't believe the Exalted Leader sent Severin as bait. Not to mention betraying the Dawn to save her own life. What a coward. The unspeakable things I will do when I find her. Well, once I find her. The Exalted... No, I won't refer to her as such any longer. Dagmar continually moved around for safety. She always initiated contact with me. We do know that she was in league with the Sentinels, though. There's nothing of it but to get ourselves inside their headquarters on Praetor. We'll track her by accessing their comm system.
Warte mal, Praetor, da haben wir doch eigentlich alles durch.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Fortunately, we don't need to worry about hacking their systems. Because my parents were vigilant. I stole their access codes when I was younger, but never had the nerve or call to use them. Once we do, they'll become unusable, as they'll set off all sorts of alarms. I did mention all the killing, didn't I?
Okay, Jetzt wird das hier schon mal abgehakt. Ist hier noch irgendwo was zu holen? Techniker-Schlüsselkarte für den Aufbewahrungscontainer des Ordens. Aha. Müssen wir nur den Container finden. Der ist doch bestimmt irgendwo hier. kann mir nicht vorstellen, dass der allzu weit weg ist. Ist natürlich alles möglich, aber ich hätte den jetzt hier irgendwo vermutet. Aber anscheinend ist dem nicht so. Vielleicht hier oben. Finde den Doktor. Das war Ihr Auftrag, okay. Verarbeite die Rissdaten. Vom Mittelpunkt zum Endpunkt war Ihr Auftrag. Oh. Das verstärkt meinen Sprengstoff und damit meine Granaten und die Sniper, aber das klingt auch nice. Vielleicht ist sie dann auch mal useful als Damage Dealer. Lass uns mal straight zu der Quest laufen. Erkunden etc. können wir, wenn wir hier mit den Quests fertig sind. Können wir das immer noch alles abklappern nach und nach.
Seems the Protectorate has been gaining ground since winning control of the archive.
UNEAC has likely been sorting out the logistic problems. Like a moon-sized computer.
Müssen wir da durch? Oder können wir hier auch am Rand lang? Ah. Müssen wir wohl durch, oder man könnte noch hier außen rum. War das auch nur eine Vermutung? Können wir dich entschärfen? Hier sind, können wir hier auch angucken. Oh, schallgedämpftes Scharfschütze. Oh shit. Das ist ungünstig, dass das da feststeckt. Eigentlich wollte ich das Lager hier gar nicht auslöschen. Zumindest noch nicht.
They always come from that big building across the street before they open the gate. They must leave a key in there.
Achso, da sind irgendwelche Gefangenen oder was? Was so ein Zufall aber auch. Sprengstoffe 17, Schlossknacken 17. Okay, hier muss es definitiv einen anderen Weg reingeben, oder? Ist aber schon ein bisschen heavy. Hier können wir von unten rein. irgendeine Dings übersehen? Okay, von oben kommen wir auch nicht rein. Hat auch keine Lücke. Ist die irgendwo mit Strom verbunden? Nein. Dann einfach wirklich eine riesen Anforderung. Türschlüssel. Ist das für die Eingesperrten oder für die Hütte? Ich schätze mal für die Gefangenen.
It's clear. Go, go, go!
Okay. Vielleicht wird das später noch irgendwann relevant. Gehen wir jetzt noch zu der Quest und dann mache ich Schluss für heute. Machen da dann beim nächsten Mal weiter.
Reason's pass is off limits. Unwelcome guests will be ushered from existence promptly and without further ado. Then the Protectorate. After that, some daft cultists. I don't even know what group you hullheads belong to. Don't care either. Your motivations are relatable to me in only the vaguest abstract form, if you possess any at all.
Was ist hier Sache?
Don't leave all full of anger now. Just leave.
Sind die Feinde, die hier angezeigt werden?
There's nothing even here anymore.
Irgendwelche Eindringlinge oder ist das uns allgemein hier feindlich?
Intent on dying for nothing, it's your life.
Okay, sind gemeinsame Feinde.
Proceeding to attack. Enemy spotted. Back and scan.
Jo, was war mit ihm?
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Revive me so I can kill him. There's my team.
Torpificator is charged.
Oh, schon wieder gerade die falsche Taste gedrückt gehabt.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Wait, that's not
I'm alive.
who I think
Who
it
needs to
is,
die?
is it? Marisol? Is that you? Get in here before any more of these hullheads show up. Yeah. Marisol. You're here. That is assuming... I thought I would never see you again. It's been what? 19
Krass, dass sie sie nach 19, 20 Jahren noch
20?
erkennt.
21 years, 5 months, 6 days. I've kept up on a few former colleagues.
A few? Right. You retain a different admirer in every port, I'm sure. Oh, wait, I'm being rude. Forgive my atrophied social graces. I shoot most of my visitors lately. I am Anais Boujold. Welcome to my
Anais
backwater
Boujold.
ramshackle abode.
Seer Anais Boujold.
No one's called me that in, well, you know exactly how long, apparently.
If I'd realized this was a formal visit, I'd have worn my fancy killing clothes.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Commander Tuba Senpai.
So nice to see Marisol gaining such interesting friends.
Yes. With ample time to think, I've come to recognize I made an error.
Really? That is, an unprecedented statement for you. But do go ahead, I'm listening.
The last 20 years, the Order needlessly, heedlessly stumbled. First, Antes invaded, then the Protectorate. We lost the Archive. Twice. Had your work continued, I believe we'd have remained closer to our true path. If I had ignored the Council's command. It was a mistake. I miscalculated.
If not for you, I'd be dead right now. And you were right to shut me down. My research was dangerous. A serious threat to the entire universe. I know this for certain now. I've run the numbers. Repeatedly.
Hold on. Did you? You continued your research. On your own.
I calculated what might occur if my work was completed. And there is a troublingly high, statistically significant chance of things ending. Everything ending. I understand how that sounds, but I have spent years checking and rechecking each and every variable. I assume all my notes and calculations were destroyed years ago.
Anais, I'm afraid it's not that simple. When we shut down your work, it was quarantined, not disposed of. The Order stores all avenues of study deemed dangerous near here at a facility in Winter's Grasp. Unorthodox notion
Was für ein
reclusion.
Zufall.
Of all the bureaucratic... No. Winter's Grasp is crawling with Auntie's choice. A full unit just moved in. Marisol, will you... Can you...
You're asking me to infiltrate a covert installation to destroy something that could likely end the universe. Been years since anyone said something like that to me. Of course.
I might need a little time to ready this place for unwelcome guests. Wouldn't take long.
No, you should stay here. We'll take care of this.
I foresee a 4.7% chance of me complying with that. But fine, no use arguing. Yes, there'll be plenty of wonderfully dangerous items.
Eine dicke Wollmütze. Let's go. Das Gebiet ist größer, als ich erwartet habe. Gehen wir das nächste Mal hier hin. Dahin. Dann müssen wir auf Inez switchen für den Auftrag. Uiuiui. Da haben wir ja dann noch einiges vor uns. Jetzt mache ich erstmal Schluss. Kümmern wir uns beim nächsten Mal drum. Dann sage ich mal vielen Dank fürs Reinschauen. Bis zum